Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Akhandananda Sambodha Vandana Yasya Jayate Govindam Tamaham Vande Chidananda Tanum Gurum. So yesterday we were seeing about the karmatantra and vastutantra. Kartṛtantraṃ and vastutantra. Kartṛtantra, it's also called as puruṣatantra. Okay, karta is purusha. So kartṛtantra means that which is under the control of the doer, karta. Vastutantra, vastu normally is translated as object. Okay, so that which is under the control of object, that is how we have to translate. But there is another issue. Brahman is also called as vastu. If we understand vastutantra as that which is under the control of object, and Brahman jnana also as vastutantra, then Brahman also will become vastu, object. That will be a problem. If it is an object, it will become limited and all that. All those errors will come. So, to avoid that, we say vastu means both object as well as Brahman. Okay. So, vastu jnana, when I say, it can mean the knowledge of the object or the knowledge of the self. Vastu is also self. Okay. So, now, when you say kartṛtantra or puruṣatantra, since it is under the control of yourself, it is under your control, you can either do, not do, or do it otherwise. Whichever way you want to, you can do. You are free to do it. But if it is with respect to the object, if it is under the control of the object, you cannot have any choice. If you apply the pramāṇa, I'll come to this later. If you apply the pramāṇa, if you see the object, then that is all you have to do. Seeing the object properly with your mind associated with it. And if your sense organs are okay, then you cannot escape the knowledge which takes place there. If it is in front of you, if it is a pen, then you will gain the knowledge of pen. You cannot escape it. If you have an object pot in front of you, you will gain the knowledge of pot. You cannot escape it. That is how the nature of object is. The knowledge which is under the control of the object is. Your only activity, and remember that is why I said we'll discuss this. Your only activity is seeing. Okay. Now, so therefore, we cannot have any kind of karma and jnana association. You cannot have 50-50 or 150-50 kind of association with karmas. It is impossible. We said this. And then if okay, what you say is right. But if it is under the control of the object, if I see the object, then I should have to gain the knowledge, proper knowledge, right? Okay, so, but why do I see then? I see the rope, and why do I see the snake? Why do I see the mother of pearl and I see silver? Why is all the wrong knowledge taking place? That we said, if the pramāṇa is proper, pramāṇa means the means of right knowledge. If the means of right knowledge is applied properly, then there cannot be any escape from the right knowledge. If there is a error in the means of right knowledge, the pramāṇa, then there is a error in the output also. Garbage in, garbage out. That is what we say. So if you give a proper input, the output will also be proper. If your pramāṇa is proper, the output will also be proper. That is why he says, pramāṇa sauṣṭhava vrittam samsyādīna vastavam. The doubt, etc. are dependent upon, it is associated with the application of proper pramāṇa. It is not dependent upon the object. Like, then the same can be the problem with the self-knowledge. No, because shruti pramāṇa suṣṭutve, when the shruti pramāṇa is there, which is the perfect pramāṇa, there is no other equivalent or superior pramāṇa than the shruti. When that Upanishad pramāṇa is there, then jnānaṃ bhavati vastavam. The natural knowledge, vastavam can also be the vastutantra knowledge, the knowledge of the object, the self, or it can be the right knowledge. The right knowledge, vastavam jnānaṃ, the yathartha jnana, the right knowledge will definitely take place if you apply the Shruti properly. Understand the Shruti is applying the Shruti. Now, if you understand it to be the vastu, to be object, then there will be all limitations, etc. So to remove that, he says, vastu tavat param brahma nityam satyam dhruvam vibhu shruti pramāṇitat jñānaṃ syādeva nirapekṣakam. Vastu tavat, the vastu, when we refer to vastu, what we refer to as vastu is param brahma, the absolute self only as vastu. When that vastu exists, which is that param brahma, that absolute self, which is a nityam, eternal, which is a the real, which is a always, and which is also all pervading, vibhu. When that knowledge exists, shruti pramāṇe tad jñānaṃ syādeva. When that is always existing, when that self is existent, ever existent, then when you apply the shruti pramāṇe sati, when you apply the shruti pramāṇa, then tad jñānaṃ syādeva. That knowledge will definitely take place without fail, nirapekṣam, without any expectancy, without any association with a karma, etc. Any expectancy, there can be no association with anything. Like water. So he says, rūpajñānaṃ yathā samyak drashtau satyam bhavet tathā shruti pramāṇi satyeva jñānaṃ bhavati vastavam. Rūpajñānaṃ, the form of the knowledge of the form, etc. with respect to the object. Samyak drashto, if you apply the vision, your sense organ of perception, the eyes, if you apply, if you see it properly, the only activity, this is what I have been saying again and again, we will discuss this later. Okay, now I am discussing it. The only activity that which it is dependent upon is seeing. Remember, the only, I will not say only activity, I'll say the only karma that the right knowledge of the pot, cloth, etc. is dependent upon is you are seeing it properly. Samyak drishtam. If your eyesight is proper and if you see it proper, look at the pot. Yeah, I've seen. Look it. Yeah, I've seen it. Look it properly. Yeah, I've seen it. No. Turn to your right and see there. There's a pot. Yes. Yes. There is no choice for me. I see it. My eyes are in contact with the object. My mind is there in association with that object. Then I cannot escape the knowledge that it is pot or whatever. I cannot escape. I know at least that is an object. I cannot say, no, there is no object. You cannot escape that knowledge there. If your vision is proper and you apply your vision there properly, that is the only activity it is dependent upon, the knowledge will take place. Similarly, Shruti Pramāṇe Satyeva, when you have the Shruti Pramāṇa, then only when you have the Shruti Pramāṇa, proper Shruti Pramāṇa, then jñānaṃ bhavati vastavam, the knowledge of the absolute will take place. But I said, your only activity is applying the proper sight. Here, your only activity is applying the Shruti Pramāṇa. Okay. So, I said there is only one activity which is expected. Only one karma which is expected from you if you want to have the knowledge of the object. Which is you have to see it. That is the only karma. And if you want to have the knowledge of the vastu, the self, then your only karma is apply the Shruti Pramāṇa. Do the śravana, etc. Wait. Then there is a problem. What problem? I don't see any problem. You said if I want the knowledge of the pot, then I have to do the karma of. Okay, so knowledge is dependent upon karma, can't you see? Yes. Knowledge is dependent upon karma. What kind of karma? The seeing karma, the Shruti karma. Only that karma. Not with the swaha, etc. karmas. Remember that. When we say karma or only karma association is because it is a pravritti, it is an action. We already said there are two karmas. One is pravritti and the other is nivritti. Pravritti is performing the activities. Nivritti is a non-performance of activity. We are only interested in applying the knowledge, applying the pramāṇa. That's all. Only the pramāṇa. We are not interested in doing any other act other than applying the pramāṇa. So that is why he says, na karma yatkiñcidapekṣate hi rūpopalabdhau puruṣasya cakṣuḥ jñānaṃ tathaiva śravaṇādijanyaṃ vastuprakāśe nirapekṣameva. Na karma yatkiñcidapekṣate hi rūpopalabdhau puruṣasya cakṣuḥ jñānaṃ tathaiva śravaṇādijanyaṃ vastuprakāśe nirapekṣameva. Puruṣasya cakṣuḥ. Puruṣasya cakṣuḥ means the person's eyesight. Rūpopalabdhau, for the knowledge of the object, the form of the object, etc. Yatkiñcid karma napekṣate, he definitely does not depend upon any kind of karma. I don't have to do the sandhya vandana or the jyotishtoma, etc. yaga to gain the knowledge of the object which is in front of me other than looking at it. My eyesight should be proper and I should be looking at it. That's all. I don't need any other association with any other karmas. Similarly, tathaiva hi, definitely similarly like that. Vastuprakāśe śravaṇādijanyaṃ jñānaṃ nirapekṣameva. For gaining the knowledge of the object, vastuprakāśe, for gaining the knowledge of the self, vastu, śravaṇādijanyaṃ, which is gained through the śravana, etc. That is the only activity which you are dependent upon. Jñānaṃ nirapekṣameva. Jñānaṃ, the knowledge will take place without depending upon. Nirapekṣameva, definitely without depending upon anything. Nirapeksha, apeksha means dependence. Nirapeksha means non-dependence. Without depending upon anything, the knowledge will take place. So what you have to do is do the proper śravana, etc. and apply the shruti pramāṇa. That's all. Nothing else is needed here. But does that mean the karma should be given up? No. We said that. We'll come to that again. Kartṛtantraṃ bhavetkarma, karmatantraṃ śubhāśubham, pramāṇatantraṃ vijñānaṃ, māyātantraṃ idam jagat. So what is in control of what? I don't understand this. So he says, kartṛtantraṃ bhavetkarma, karmatantraṃ śubhāśubham, pramāṇatantraṃ vijñānaṃ, māyātantraṃ idam jagat. Tantram, tanu vistare from the dhatu, we say dependent. Tantra here is a dependent. Okay. Karma, kartṛtantraṃ bhavet. Karma is dependent upon the karta, the doer. Karma is under the control of doer. Okay. Karma is dependent or under the control of doer. Okay. What does karma control? Karta controls the karma. Okay, let us say like this. Karta controls the karma. Now, what does karma control? He says, karmatantraṃ śubhāśubham. Karma controls the punya and papa. Under the control of karma, punya and papa are there. Punya and papa are dependent upon the karmas. Okay? Then, that's over. Under the control of karta, the karma is. Under the control of karma, the punya papa is over. That cycle is over. Now, pramāṇatantraṃ vijñānaṃ. Vijñānaṃ, the knowledge under the control of pramāṇa. Knowledge is dependent upon pramāṇa. If you apply the pramāṇa, knowledge takes place. Then, māyātantramidaṃ jagat. This whole creation is under the control of Maya. The whole creation is dependent upon Maya. So, under the control of karta, the karma exists. Under the control of karma, the punya papa phala exists. Under the control of knowledge, under the control of pramāṇa, knowledge exists. Under the control of Maya, the whole creation exists. Okay? Now, but I don't understand. What you don't understand? See, in Upanishads, okay, what is the order we teach the Upanishad? Ishakena kata prashna mundaka mandukya aitreya taitreya chandogya braharanyaka. That is the order. The first Upanishad, Isha. Ishavasya Upanishad is called as Isha. Very good. The doubt is, in Ishavasya Upanishad, there is a mantra which categorically clearly establishes the association between knowledge and karma. The mantra says, vidyāṃ ca vidyāṃ ca stadvedo bhegam saha avidyaya mrityam tirtva vidyaya amritamashmate. That's the mantra. Vidyāṃ ca avidyāṃ ca yastad veda ubhayagam saha. Vidya and avidya, yastad, one who knows that, ubhayagam saha veda, knows both of them along with the karma and knowledge. Vidya and avidya, let us say. Vidya and avidya. For then what he does is avidya mrityam tirtva. He crosses the death through the avidya, and vidya amritamashmate. He gains the immortality through the vidya. Okay. What does vidya and avidya mean? Vidya, knowledge. Of course, everywhere you teach vidya means knowledge. Samyak vidyas, all that, atma vidya, etc. So vidya means knowledge. Okay. Avidya? Na vidya itya vidya, that which is not knowledge, means karma. So what the opponent wants to understand is us to accept as karma and vidya and avidya, vidyāṃ ca stad vedo bhegam saha. One who understands the karma and knowledge together, he through the karma crosses the death, and through the jnana gains the immortality. Very beautiful. So for that he says vidyāṃ ca avidyāṃ ca iti sahoktiriyamupakṛduditā sadbhiḥ satkarmopāsanayorna na tu ātmajñānakarmaṇoḥ kvāpi. He says beautifully, vidyāṃ ca avidyāṃ ca iti sahoktiriyam. This statement, sahoktiriyam, coupled with, in association with each other, in combination with each other, which the vidya and avidya. This combination which is said, sadbhiḥ upakṛta. This statement, sadbhiḥ, by the wise men, upakṛta, is explained very beautifully. What have they explained? They cannot explain it any other way. Vidya, knowledge, avidya, karma, simple. No. This he says, satkarmopāsanayorna. Sadbhiḥ upakṛta satkarmopāsanayorna. The sadhus, the wise men have established it, explained it to be referring to satkarma and upasana. Avidya is karma, and vidya means upasana. In Bhagavan, in the Bhashya of Ishavasya Upanishad, Bhagavan Bhashyakara very clearly says this. Vidya upasana iti. Okay, so vidya here does not refer to the knowledge. Vidya refers to upasana. And there is a statement also, the combination of karma and upasana, we are not negating, we are accepting that. Vidya virajyate'sau bhavati. Upasana, through the upasana, the same karma becomes more powerful. It is accepted by us. Karma gives return. Karmana viryavat. Karma gives proper result. It's powerful. But vidya virajyate'sau, it becomes more potent through the vidya, through the upasana. So he says, kvāpi na tu ātmajñānakarmaṇoḥ, and never, in no place, it is said as ātmajñāna and karma. Vidya is ātmajñāna and avidya is karma. Never, no place it is established like that. Avidya is karma, of course, true. But vidya means not karma, it is upasana. Okay, so after establishing this, he says, nityānityapadārthabodharahito yaścobhayatra sragā nityānityapadārthabodharahito yaścobhayatra sragādi arthānām anubhūti lagna hridayo anirvinna buddhirjanah tasyaivāsya jaḍasya karma vihitam śrutya virajyate'sau mokṣecchorna vijñāte tu prāmāṇandarthino dhīmatah. Very beautiful shloka, important shloka. Why it is beautiful and important shloka? I'll explain this. nityānityapadārthabodharahitah yah ca ubhayatra sragādi arthānām anubhūti lagna hridayah anirvinna buddhihi janah tasyaivāsya asya jaḍasya karma vihitam śrutya virajya abhitah moksha ichchoho na vidhiyate tu paramanandarthino dhimatah. Yes, yah janah, the people, whoever it is, whoever that person is, for that person, what kind of person are you talking about? Nityānityapadārthabodharahito, one who is devoid of the knowledge of nitya and anitya. What is eternal and not? What is non-eternal? Who will have this knowledge of what is eternal and what is non-eternal? Veki, one who has discrimination. What is Veka? Atma nityam tadanyat sarvam anityamiti buddhi. One who has the knowledge that the self is eternal and rest everything else is non-eternal. That is what is said. That bodharahita, one who is devoid of, meaning one who is without the discrimination. Okay. Next, ubhayatra sragādi arthananubhuti lagna hridayah. Ubhayatra, in both places. In both places means okay. Let us have it. Let us have it as both in both places. In both places, sragādi arthanam, for the srag etc. Srag means the garland. For the garland etc. objects. Okay. Anubhuti lagna hridayah. Anubhuti means experience. Lagna means immersed. Hridayah, heart. One whose heart is immersed in the experience of the garland etc. objects in both places. In both places now means here and hereafter. We saw this. What does vairagya means? Iha mutrartha falabhoga viragaha. One who has dispassion for things here and hereafter. So, lagna hridayah, one who is immersed, meaning one who does not have vairagya. One who does not have veka, one who does not have vairagya. Anirvinna buddhi. To make it clear, he says anirvinna buddhi. Anirvinna. Nirvinna means vairagya. Anirvinna means devoid of vairagya. One who has no vairagya. One who has no veka, one who has no vairagya. For him, tasyaivāsya jaḍasya, he is scolding you. Tasyaivāsya jaḍasya, you idiot. Jada means inert. You inert, one whose brain is completely burnt. He cannot see the pramāṇa very clearly. So he says, you inert, for you śrutya karma vihitam. For that kind of person, one who does not have the viveka and vairagya, karmas are prescribed. For that jada. So once we gain the viveka and vairagya, that is why I keep repeating again and again. Once we gain the viveka and vairagya, we have to give up the karmas. Sannyasa is the only way. So he says sannyasa means giving up the attachment to the karmas. That is the only way. Okay. Now karma vihitam. Abhitaha virajya. Abhitaha means abhitaha has two meanings. One is abhitaha in both sides. Abhitaha completely. Completely virajya, one who has gained the dispassion for everything. Okay. Moksha ichchoho, one who has desire for the liberation. Paramanandarthinaha, one who has a desire for the absolute bliss. Dhimataha, for the one who is intelligent. Two, definitely navidhit. It is not prescribed. Now we have to understand. What is not prescribed? Karma na vidhiyate. Karmas are not prescribed for him. For whom? First, abhitaha virajya, one who has complete dispassion. Okay. Second, moksha ichchoho, one who has mumuksha, the fourth of the prerequisite. Okay. Then paramanandarthino, one who is not interested in the small experiences, the little joys of the world. Paramananda, one who is interested in the absolute bliss, means he knows what is absolute and what is non-absolute. He has viveka also. And fourth is dhimataha. He is a smart person. By saying dhimataha, he says he has also all the 6 samadhi shatka sampatti. This is 6 qualifications. So, one who has the sadhana chatushtaya, for him, that smart one, na vidyate karma. Karmas are not prescribed. How do you know this? Aharar sandhyam upasita. The Vedas say aharar sandhyam upasita. Okay. Ahara sandhyam upasita means perform the daily karmas. Does it say, oh, you idiot, you perform these daily karmas? Oh, you smart one, not for you. Does it say anywhere? No. It just says perform the daily karmas. Then, swargadi kama, swarga kama yajeta, jyotishtomena swarga kama yajeta, jyotishtomayaga, one who desires swarga, there at least this swarga is specific. Ahara sandhyam upasita, there is no specification of any desire. You have to perform those karmas. So at least nityānityapadārthabodharahito karma, that's what I said. At least nityānityapadārthabodharahito karma you start to perform. For that we say no. Why? Moksha ichchayāde adhareva virajyate'sau nyāsastadaiva vihito vidusho mumuksho śrutyātaiva varayācha tathaiva prāmāṇiko'yamiti cetasi niścitavyah. Beautiful. Moksha ichchaya yadahareva virajyate'sau nyāsah tada eva vihitah vidushah mumukshoh śrutya taya eva parayacha tatah sudhibhi prāmāṇiko'yamiti cetasi niścitavyah. Moksha ichchaya. The Shruti very clearly says, in Sannyasa Upanishad says, yadahareva vrajet tadahareva pravrajet. The very day you gain the dispassion, that very day give up. When your dispassion is complete, that very day give up all the karmas. Pravrajet, parivrajya means sannyasa. Give up all the karmas. That very day. That is for everyone. For the grahastha, there is no yadahare vrajet, tadahare pravrajet. It's a open statement for everyone. Grahastadva, vanadva, etc. It very clearly says also whether you are from whether you are a grahastha or a vanaprasthi or a brahmachari or something else, does not really matter. We are not talking about the sannyasa for sannyasa. We are not talking about renunciation for a renunciate. Some people do also twice, thrice sannyasa. Why? To probably stabilize the sannyasa more. So much stupidity we have. So he says, moksha ichchaya yadahareva asau virajyate. That is an important keyword. Yadahareva virajyate, you should have started like that, but he says moksha ichchaya. See, I want to give up the karmas. Why? Oh, why? How can one get up early in the morning and lazy? I want to give up the karmas. I'm not lazy. I want to give up the karmas. Why? Oh, so much of money spent, and every time when you do the fire oblation, your eyes burn, sting, etc. I don't want to. So this fellow has another problem. So it is not out of hatred or laziness, but it is for the sake of desire to gain liberation. Moksha ichchaya. Because of the desire for liberation, yadahareva asau virajyate tadaeva mokshoho vidushah parayataya shrutyaiva nyasa vitah. By that absolute, the supreme Shruti, by that very Shruti, sannyasa is prescribed for that person, one who has gained the absolute dispassion. Yadahareva virajyate. Whichever day he gains the vairagya, dispassion, that very day, tada eva, that very day, that at that very point, for that mukshu, vidushaha, for that wise person, shrutya nyasa vitah. The Shruti has given the nyasa, the vidhi for nyasa, the injunction for gaining taking the renunciation. Okay? Tataha. Therefore, sudhibhi, these intelligent people, this wise person, ayam prāmāṇiko'yamiti. This is a prāmāṇika statement. This is more valid statement. This is valid testimony. Iti cetasi niścitavyah. This he has to place in his heart. This is the prāmāṇika. Remember this. What is prāmāṇika? Not performing the karmas, taking renunciation is pramāṇa. Prāmāṇika statement. Pramāṇa statement is prāmāṇika. A statement which is more valid. Then what is invalid? Shruti statements which is prescribing karmas. No, never say. Never say the Shruti is invalid or non-valid or not a valid testimony. Whichever portion it is. It is not valid for you. For you, this is the valid statement. That is a valid statement for that person, that inert fellow, that idiot. For him, that is valid. It is not valid for you. That is all. Shruti cannot be dependent upon. That's why the Purvamimamsaka say nirapeksho ravaha shrutihi. What does Shruti means? Nirapeksho ravaha. A word, a statement which is independent of anything. That is Shruti. So that Shruti, which is independent of everything, says to you, one who has the dispassion, one who has the discriminative power, to you it says, give up, renunciate. For him, it says, oh, perform those karmas. There are options here for you. Choose this or that, whichever karma you want. So, iti chetasya, is this what you have to? This is the valid proof. Meaning, taking renunciation is what is Shruti prescribes. That is what you have to accept as pramāṇa. Valid statement. Because you are studying uparati. Uparati means sannyasa. So, according for you, Shruti very clearly says a valid statement which is to take to sannyasa. When you have the desire for liberation and the viveka and vairagya. So, moksha ichchoho yadahare virajyate. Moksha ichchoho, one who has desire for liberation. Virajyate, one who has vairagya. Vidushaha, one who has the discrimination. Vidyāṃ, he's smart, so he has discrimination also. For him, the Shruti prescribes what? Sannyasa. Okay, very good. So this is what we have to accept as the valid proof. We have to accept and we have to keep it in our heart, save it in our heart, that Shruti prescribes the independent knowledge independent of any karmas for liberation. Okay, we'll say this. Om Purnamadaః Purnamidam Purnāt Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.